very much on their nightmare mode. Do you think Vikings going to be able to challenge them here in game 2 with the lineup?
Well, they're playing into. We were looking at that little, right there. Look at that beauty. You have the Yapso Rubik when they picked an Enigma. That's always a fear. As soon as I saw the Enigma, I was like, Secret, snap picking this Rubik. No hesitation, they did. They have a good lineup if they can keep the pace, but if they start to fall behind at all, I feel very worried for Viking. And I'm also worried that the fact I don't feel like there's a good lane for Enigma at all. I think that's what Secret set themselves up with these picks.
Prepare for battle.
Pangolier, we saw during one Dream League tournament actually in particular where we saw that hero just owns Enigma in the lane and throughout most of the game. Bristleback, same thing. It's going to be tough for Toby just to sit because he has to go versus either Zai or versus Matan.
The Blink Dagger rush, and then Boom's going to try and start the fight. You still look at the heroes around the Bristleback. A Blink Dragon Tail stun could set up the Vikings lineup to burst any of the other 4 heroes in the mid game.
Maybe. I think it all depends on how the laning starts for everybody. And Viking, all 5 walking up. Nisha will throw a Aether Remit down to stop them. They still connect the stun.
Spike is there. Bloodbright does connect, but Aramis was off the mark. Yeah, with the rolling ball, and they ended up needing that. With that connection at the boulder, they probably would have got him. And not in this situation.
Did anyone else skill anything that isn't necessary? No, okay. I want to make sure that no one skills like a DK stun or something, just ruins their lane. So at least that didn't happen. And Celery was like on the edge of the stun, so I guess Aramis wasn't gonna hit. Now we're gonna see which lanes end up being given. We're seeing Zai bottom. I think this is what I was talking about is the Enigma just has nowhere to go. So Pango, he's excellent in the lane versus the Enigma. And this is the setup that they're going for, an aggro pressure lane.
Well, we'll see how well Toby can play it down here. Otherwise, it could be one of those games where we do see the Enigma resigning to the triangle kind of early. If it is too tough of a time for him down here.
Just don't feed away too many of those Eidolons. He can do a good job in the lane as long as you just feed your Eidolons and make sure that the Air Spirit is near you at least at the start. Because once Zai hits like level 3, you just swashbuckle through the Eidolons and you get the extra hit, and you pretty much kill them.
See here again, Puppy being a right usage for Celery. Be sure that he's got to start the lane south down.
Smart way to approach lane is when you're doing an aggressive tri lane is doing exactly what they did there. The creeps don't aggro on the first wave, just beat the crap out of the support, and he already has the wasteland sub as you talk about.
And as you said, obviously having Zai down bottom against the Enigma is what Secret wanted, and that doesn't really sacrifice them anything up top. Like, this is more than a fine setup for Matu to farm in.
Yeah, they have to switch the lanes. But even now, it's not good for Viking either. The fact that they have to switch the lanes, like I was saying before, Bristleback's good versus Enigma, and Celery almost getting taken out there from the right click with 1 or 2 more, and he was dead. So this is going to be problematic for Toby even up in this top lane. And Zai now already level 2 versus a double melee. He's got ways to play around this bottom lane. It looks really good for Secret. Celery just always at the risk of dying if he steps up at all.
Yeah, he's dead. He is very, very dead. I mean, it does feel like that the game's going to be like that. But where can Celery sort of find his place in this laning phase as a Lion? Where does he go? What can he do?
There's not many places. He's going to move bottom because he has to stick with the Bloodseeker. Maybe they can set up a kill onto Zai if he doesn't see it coming. He sees it directly coming, and he can play perfectly around it. I mean, Aramis is going to have to be the one who breaks away. It's going to have to be Lion and Bloodseeker bottom. And I feel like Toby's going to get absolutely nothing. He's got 7 denies making Eidolons, but now he's out of mana, and the lane positioning is just in a spot where he's going to get nothing. So they have to stack the lane. He's going to have to just move. Puppy's moving bottom. His job is done. Great setup here from Secret.
See Zai even getting pretty aggressive onto Celery.
He actually went for it. He might die for it.
He's going to get held in the Bloodbright. The boulder from Aramis didn't connect. And Zai, Fairy Fire, it's going to keep him alive. I mean,
actually survived.
Pretty crazy that he did live there, because that was a rather wild move from Zai, just swashbuckling in on Celery when he knew that the 3 of them were down here. He did the math though. He was like, well, I know they can't kill me, and he was right. Actually able to walk away from it.
Puppy, the orb, he'll be able to just get it away.
Balance in this.
I'm just watching Toby. His courier even gets to. He's gotten like literally.
Oh no, not the courier.
And he loses his courier. That's what? That's 2 or 3 couriers? No, yeah, 2 couriers dead.
I mean, at what point does he sort of say, well, I'm just going to go ahead?
He can't. Yapster's going to follow him. He can't go to the jungle. That's the problem. Him now being up here is just... He's going to get nothing. He can't go anywhere. They're going to kill his Eidolons, and Yapster's just going to follow him. They may have gotten a position now where Shad is getting something at least, because he's not getting pressured as much, but now your Enigma is completely out of the game. The whole early game. And now his Eidolons again are just dead. All three of them. Don't deny one.
This is definitely a rough start. You know, if we see sort of Toby able to pick up his game, this game, it's going to be quite the comeback of, you know, what has been, this first 4 minutes of just nothingness for the Enigma. Secret have completely shut it down. TP's going to come in from Aramis, but Toby's dead. He's back to base for 10 seconds. I don't know how he's going to recover his game here.
I don't either. There's a huge creep wave up top that Aramis is unfortunately at least going to get experience of. Matu's trying to push him out. Tower actually switches to Matu. Okay. Okay, though. And he will at least get all this experience. Yaps are starting to beat on the tower a little bit there to get some extra damage, but I'll be thankful to get all that. To level 2 now on the Enigma in 4 minutes.
All right. And as you say, that wave under the tower definitely helped.
Puppy versus Celery. Off the mark with the orb. And we haven't gotten a chance to actually look at the mid lane. Whereas the fortunate thing for Viking, at the very least, is Boom is doing very well in that matchup with his Breed Fire reducing the damage. And the Bloodseeker's at least farming, right? Shad with that movement, he is at least getting a good lane frame stuff, which they do need. They need to have a good early game. With the 1 rune, Puppy jumps over though, places a ward. They'll be able to secure 3 runes.
Nothing to your pile.
Hermes. We got this one.
Oh no.
Just kidding.
Not on my watch.
Pretty much Yap's mana boot stun for Rubik. Bounties. I mean, so when you sort of look at this DK voice bridge, do you imagine this is going to be a game where Boom's going to be pretty stationary in this mid lane, waiting for Nisha to make moves across the map so he can just start hitting this tower as soon as possible?
At least at the start, yeah, but he's gonna have to be active. He's gonna have to do some other stuff. In the beginning, this is your heat map for a DK usually is just gonna be first 10 minutes in that mid lane. Maybe around 8 minutes you go toward one of the side lanes, but this is all just about him, about his game. And he's gonna be able to apply good pressure. Let's see how Secret does react. They're setting up right now for some runes. Nisha will be able to get that arcane, and they might actually go for. I've seen a couple times where they do set up for the kill into Boom, but I don't know if they have the heroes, the actual damage to be. So DK was going.
Vikings definitely going to have to keep a lookout though for Nisha maybe making moves on other lanes. Top lane. Diving in again onto Toby. There'll be a TP over front of Celery. Good slow hit from Aramis onto the 2 of them. Buys time for Celery to come in with the stun. They're onto the Timberman. Have they got enough damage to take him down? They do. Matu will fall as Viking punish Secret getting a little too aggressive underneath that top tower.
Much needed too. Toby now almost completely recovered. Still not in the place he wants to be as his Enigma, but almost level 5 now after that. He got most of those last 3-4 waves that were top pushing in. The decent salvage of what looked like it could snowball out of control very quickly. They do salvage at least first 6 minutes.
Nay.
Celery hanging around the mid lane, but sure. Unlikely to jump within range off the line. Celery is just continue to make his way down to the bottom. Get that set up for Shad's blood right.
Aramis has TP ready, so he could set up down here. Aramis also has the Urn done on the Earth Spirit. No points in the Silence just yet. I think he probably wants to pick that one up at level 4 this game since he's playing versus Void Spirit, Tango, and Puck. That'll make the skanking a lot easier around the map. Right now, just chilling top until they maybe see an opportunity to go on bottom. May have to go kind of soon though. Zai's getting closer and closer to level 6. Once Zai hits 6, they can't actually make this aggressive move. They'll just counter. They'll counter all of it with the Rolling Thunder.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The mid Boom, he's already done quite a significant amount of damage to this tower. Yeah. The first round of the Elder Dragon form. He's coming in with the second round. As Nisha TP's in, the check the enemy is also finding a DD. That'll certainly help his pressure.
Yeah, just keep hitting it. Keep hitting that mid tower. They can't kill him. Unless they had Rolling Thunder, they can't actually set up for him. That's the only way Zai was there. And Zai hit 6. Okay, now they might actually go for him here.
TP over.
Pango ult is online.
Boom. Already stepping right back though. See how far forward he comes. Zai. Teasing with the Thunder, waiting to see if Boom oversteps the mark, but he won't. Boom plays it smart. He knows the Zai's off map, and he doesn't want to risk any further pressure onto this big tower for now.
Good read of the map there by Boom. They saw, I think they saw and they were aware that Zai did TP out of the bottom lane, and that's the only damage that they could have on the side of Secret to kill a DK. So a great read of the map by them. Split up right away. Boom gets right back to his place. There's still the 3 early.
They're still looking.
On him.
They're going to see if they've got the control, and they've found that perfect position around the step. As well. Boom was nice sidestepping. Mass DP's coming in. Boom, he's low, but he's not going to quite fall. The Astral Step comes in along with the Stimulate. Finally, they get him, but Nisha has had to put himself in a very deadly position to get that kill, as Nisha will go down in return. So they're getting Boom, but Viking, a solid setup, and Boom, some sweet little moves there to mean it takes Secret quite a bit of time to actually kill him.
But they bring everyone. The other 2 side lanes are abandoned. Matu and Puppy both just farming during it there, and they look at the gold advantage just goes up for them because of that downtime. Just everyone having to rally to try to protect their DK. Still does go down. If he lives there, that would be huge. Now he does have his DK form up. He's making the way toward bottom, but I mean, Secret's responding. They're gonna have Rolling Thunder 15.
Dire's top tower.
Dragon Form Puppy looks at Puppy, but quick face shift. Dodges the Dragon Tail. Nisha and Zai come into the backlines. They take out Celery.
The entirety of your
Zai's ult is going to be up in 5 seconds. They're gonna look to fight this again here in a second on Secret.
Starting to slow down Boom. Beginning the preparation for the dive. Zai is in. He's got that angle. A couple of bounces in onto Boom. Also onto Aramis coming in. Boom. He's getting low, but Zai hits him once more with the Thunder. Smooth move from Zai, set up for an easy fight for Secret to run them down one by one. Toby's going to drop the black hole onto the 2 of them. There's no damage followed though. Puppy and Matu's still alive. Shad's going to try and come in for the cleanup. A lot of cruise race stacks on Toby. He's got to back up. Shad just ends up exploding on the front to both Matu and Nisha's damage output. As Celery and Toby, they've got to run. They're trying to get out of there. Matu starts to lay down the goo. Puppy's got the coil, looks down the 2 of them as Nisha just dives in and finishes up the cleanup.
I push the future ever further towards my own
Casting at its finest again, and Secret just pushing it.
Dire's
Pushing and reading the plays that are coming. The Pango ult was coming back up. They understand exactly where the aggression is going to come. When DK shows himself bottom, he can't go anywhere else. So Zai's just going to follow him around for what seems like the rest of this early game. DK goes mid. Watch Zai. Look at the Pango. Immediately running toward mid to set up with his Rolling Thunder and go for these kills. This is just, again, Secret just knowing exactly where to be and knowing exactly what to do on those places on the map versus what Vikings got so far. Now Viking, like they're trying to set up for bottom here again. We might see Boom even make the way toward bottom, but the Rolling Thunder is just, the frequency of it is too fast. They can set up for these quick plays just a little bit better than Viking is. And Chad is very far under the tower right now.
Over he goes, lift up from Yapsil. Heads under towards Aramis. Aramis is going to struggle to provide any backup. Chad's trying to run off Yapsil. The stolen rupture. I mean, you can see, I think Chad was as incredibly surprised as he's suddenly like, hang on, I'm bleeding as well. He's dead. Mid lane. Puppy's got the setup with the coil. A quick move from Secret from bottom to mid lane. Yapsil picks up the double. Well, we saw sort of this outplay come out in, you know, what was it, about 25 minutes into the first game. Here, already at 12 minutes in, we are starting to see Secret outclass Viking.
It's just really, I mean, I hate gushing over it like this so much, but it's perfect moves. Like, just no hesitation at all, and they're just reading exactly what Viking wants to do with the game, and just they're a full step ahead of them in every single one of these situations. Matu has
look at his
Eternal Shroud nearly done after the Vanguard and the Soul Ring. He's massive, and we've already been seeing the damage issues coming up for the side of Viking. Puppy, he walks in just to mess with Shad a little bit. And now it's probably so scary to even look to want to make any move on the side of Viking. Now the three moves that you tried to make aggressively have been completely stagnated by Secrets. Gonna make it really hard for them to do much of anything. Celery trying to secure their woods for now for Boom to get his blink dagger so they can actually have a shot of being able to kick off the fights. But already 6k deficit is gonna make it incredibly hard even with that.
I mean, yeah, that is the thing. Yeah, as you say, he's going to be jumping into, I mean, probably imminent death unless they can really find Secret in a position where one hero is completely isolated. But as we've seen so far, that just doesn't tend to happen for Secret, right? They don't leave themselves open to being jumped in the manner that Viking need to be able to give their squad a chance in this game.
Yeah, Aramis is in a good position here. He actually gets a decent connect onto Zai, immediately lifted and tossed away though. And he won't be able to connect with another slow. Get in position. Aramis is in a really nice spot too, but Toby.
He's looking pretty dead. Zai clips him with the swashbuckle, sweeps around with the thunder. There's no escape. As it's another kill for the Absol, diving in for more, rumps it down onto Celery. They're trying to run Viking, but Puppy even able to lock them down with the Dream Coil. Nisha's in, easily dodging the Blood Bright, whip it to stimulate, step over onto Shad, Shad to go down. Boom's getting played around with the side. It's getting messy. 15 to 3, 14 minutes in, 8k lead. There's still a lot of towers on the map, but one more fight like this, and we may see the G's being dropped.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Gratitude.
Wow, I mean, they are just well and brutally taking complete advantage of this Enigma, as Toby just unable to do literally anything in this game from minute one.
Dire's middle tower
Bottom of the net worth for the core is below every single one of Secret's heroes too. Secret just knows exactly how Viking wants to play, and they're in their head.
That should help. I don't know what they do. Well, what do you do in this position? I think you've got to be. It's probably that stage where you pick up a smoke, you go all in around the DK, and see if you can get some sort of kill.
His Matu's unkillable. Matu can just run up any high ground with no fear.
Puppy just goes in. He just leads straight in. He is not scared at all. Coil down onto Celery. Shad just getting jumped by Nisha and Shad's dead.
Dire's middle tower.
So Celery, it's falling apart completely for Viking.
Even gets the lift. He's got the Hex follow-up, and now they're going to be able to get another. He might even troll on him too. There you go.
Secret playing at the classic sort of 110% here. But we know that they're bringing it here in this series. And Viking, I mean, it's, again, this is a tough series, and they already had a rough one. It's already 2 series here at this league that Viking have definitely been hit hard in.
Dire's top tower is under
this one, I don't feel like they can even do anything anymore. This one, just everything fell apart way too quickly.
Dire's structures
I mean, look at it's just seeing Yapsu and Puppy. They're on track to overtake the farm of Boom and Shap. One more fight, and they'll be ahead. Secret will have the top 5 in net worth.
And there's this was a full early game draft too. That's the thing. It's like it's a DK and a Bloodseeker. So if you're losing this hard in the early, there's no hope to come back.
Dire's top
and your Enigma is completely countered, as
attack.
we've mentioned ad nauseum in this. There's no hope. There's no real hope. They're smoked around trying to look for something, maybe. But see if they can get Nisha.
They're dropping the finger, everything into the side, but he's got a haste for him. He's able to just step out to the side, and he's ready to sweep back in onto Boom. Boom's dead. Zai's in with the chase.
Stolen finger, why not?
I think that letter G on the keyboard's probably looking very appealing right now for Viking to sort of end the pain.
Yapster has a charge of finger and Celery does not.
Oh my goodness.
Insult to injury.
Oh no. Oh no.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm speechless at how. I mean, I don't know if it's only just Secret being
Dire's
that
middle tower is under
amazing
attack.
and just knowing exactly how Viking's gonna play, or if Viking just
Radiant's
didn't be clever enough.
Under attack.
They it's everything is just read like a book for Secret. Puppy and the boys just moving from lane to lane, moving from kill to kill, moving from fight to fight. Phenomenal. love me some clean Dota. Aramis, let's see if we can get the steal.
Let's go for the steal. That's what he's playing for. Let's see if he can do it.
The fight's going to be pretty much impossible for them, but can they steal?
He's going to have to go soon. He's done. It was close. He tried. It was close. Actually getting in the pit before the Aegis was picked up. But wasn't able to grab it himself. Boom's committed in with the Elder Dragon before they get the Black Hole down onto the tree. They have managed to catch both the cores. They will get the kill on Nisha with this. But of course, no way of killing off Matilda. And they stole the Black Hole from the outside.
Sure, why not?
I mean, why not? Why not do so to close it up?
Is my presence?
25
Did you see Shat in that
to
fight
4.
too?
Where was he? Was he?
Zai just rolling thunder.
Don't be
Thunder
negative.
bounced in for 8 seconds. The entire duration of the fight.
I mean, he's smiling. Zai always got the tongue out as well.
They're having a good time, for sure.
It's a rough one for Viking. This is a
Dire's top tower has fallen.
tough one. Still some smiles there with Aramis trying to. Looks like he's trying to keep the spirits up here for Viking. They know that this is
Dire's
quite
middle
the
tower
position
is
they're
under
in, but
attack.
you know, well, why not go out with at least a few more bangs, a few more attempts here at the fight. You know, you know the sort of the cards are against you here against Secret, and here we go. Smoke up, smiles all around.
Get Poppy. Just get Poppy.
That's what they want to do.
That's gotta be
Find Puppy, kill the puck.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's their
Who
goal.
are they
If
gonna
I
have fun with the
can
most?
get a kill
That's
here,
it.
this is going to be a win for them. They know
They're
that's
gonna
all
get
they
a
want.
kill.
They just want one kill here.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Are they going to be giving it though, Celery? They're all sticking together. They've got the one ward right there on the high ground.
Dire's
Open.
middle tower is under
Who's it
attack.
going to be?
Precious bounty.
Not looking to be on track to find anyone.
Dire's bottom tower
wait, they'll
is
find
under
one.
attack.
All they want, just
A
one.
prize.
Someone will TP for them. Oh, a stack. Okay, they found a nice juice.
All right, hey, there it is. Miles, look at that. They love that. Jad's like, all right, that's the win right there. That is a win right there. Get those stacks. And the ancients as well. Look at that. And their
Dire's
birthdays
I
and
mean,
Christmas
this is the
is
best
coming at
birthday
once. Yeah.
Oh, poor them. I love it though. I love when you know it with
I love the
everyone
smile.
cat wheels.
And it's sort of the contrast. Well, meanwhile, on speaker, Puppy's like, let's win this game. Yeah, I'm sure.
Let the world.
Not by whatever.
They got Poppy.
Roll.
They all tip it and they keep it.
Dire's bottom tower.
I mean, there we
is
go.
under attack.
There we go. I mean, they know it. They knew it. It was a tough one for Viking. They go out with some smiles. Secret. They got business as usual here for Secret.